So hello, boys and girls, and adults, and minorities, and people that've grown up, and people that stayed at sea. Hello, people, my people, individuals, humans that's alive. Hello, are you alive? My name is Cinda fucking Miller. Okay. And I am letting you know that I am one of the people that is a real queen, but is sitting by the cinders. And you say, what the hell are you talking about, lady? I know that's what you guys are going to say. Okay, if you see me pointing there or looking there, I am doing a live feed on Facebook here and doing a live feed for YouTube here. So, anyway, this is probably not going to be very long. This is about status. This particular video is about status and what does color have to do with it. Most individuals will believe that from what you're hearing now, that the unmelanated people, unhumanistic people, man-like people, human slash animal people are the white people. A lot of people will argue that. And it's common based understanding from what you may have heard of for roots and different things like that, and maybe some books that you've never read, but if you know the real context, and if you go back prior to when this land, America, North America, Omexum, was called Morocco, Empire Africa, not to get it mixed up with Morocco, the empire that is in Africa. So those two things have been the most debated misconceptional things that has left us in a conundrum. Okay, I am black. They call me black. And I go, when the hell did I turn black? Because my color is not black. You know, this chair I'm sitting in is black. I am quite different from that. And if you went to go get something very close, you know, get the actual color black and go in the mirror and say, am I black? Am I black? Or in that instance, go get something white and put it against your face and say, am I white? Most people that you know are not going to never be white or black. White and black is a status. Sure, only the people go to Harvard knows that. Only people go to Yale knows that. Only the pastors and the preachers know that. Only people in high-ranking areas and positions in this world know that. Everybody don't need to know that, right? Well, they might be right because once you find out that the black people are really the white people and the white people are really the black people, I don't know, we can get along. You know, I remember back when they used to say, you're 3/5 of a human being. And we come to find out they was 3/5 of a human being. Made with lemur monkey, rhesus monkey, go and get your blood checked. They say, I want to know what kind of blood type I am. They're going to say negative or positive. And you say, what is negative or positive? We want to see if you have rhesus monkey blood in you. And I said, how did the rhesus monkey get in there? She said, no, Miss Willis, you're not, you don't have it in you, but several people do. How did the rhesus monkey blood get in my blood? They said, well, she said, well, most rhesus monkey blood is not in African American or black people or heavy melanated people or people that have any melanin. They don't have the rhesus monkey blood. So I was like, well, how did the monkey blood get into the other people that was not melanated? She said that they were Caucasoids and that they came from Neanderthals and they were mixed with different variety of animals. And I'm looking like, and okay. And that they were very rare now because the sun was taking them out or something. And I'm like, well, I'm a little fair skinned. What about me? She said, you may still need to go ahead and put on some sunscreen because you're not as melanated as these other people. So I'm telling you, this is what my doctor said. So, you know, I went home and did some research, and now I found out that these people that called you an animal, were indeed the animal. Lemur monkeys wolves, dogs. I've even seen where there are some places that they still bark. And different places where they were migrating this pure race that they're talking about, they put so many doggone animals together trying to get this pure race. Now, this pure race, they never thought of them as a pure race. They thought of these people as the people that could be expendable, or most of the time, just as they're doing now. We're building a war, we want you to go. There was a time they wouldn't even let melanated people go. Whatever excuse you had, they didn't let us go because they was the expendable people. They were the non-human people. They were the less than human people. They were the man-like people. If you get me, they were cultivated in a laboratory. I'm like, cultivated in a laboratory? Nobody will believe this. Nobody's going to believe they were cultivated in a laboratory. And then you ask these people, are you black or African American or African? They'll tell you, no, we're nowhere near that. They're just pure animals. Pure, irrational, violent animals that were built in petri dishes in order to launch war on people and they could just die and they didn't care. We have 90 million casualties. They didn't care because they were humans. Do you hear what I'm saying? So, anyway, so this is coming from my doctor. Now, I'm trying to say we took so much strength and madness and energy, when they said that we were animals and that's the reason why we couldn't have a job, a paying job. Now that we find out that Harvard University says, and I have a lecture which I will play at the end of this tape, Harvard University are punching up Harvard University DNA Neanderthals, and it's right there. It looks to me that they're the missing link between what humans are and what the ape men were. They are in the middle. So they're missing link. I often wonder, where's the bones at? Where are the skeletons at? Where is the fossils or anything proven, because I've never seen nothing just jump so dramatically from animal to human, What's the middleman? That's the middleman. So when they tell you, now I know you've been told that you were the animal and that you were black, but actually status. The pure human beings have always had a higher status and they were called white. In fact, I will punch up at the end of this why you cannot be white and Caucasian. Why you cannot be white and Caucasian. You cannot unless you have some ancestry or you can prove it without a shadow of a doubt. If you don't have that rhesus monkey blood and a whole bunch of other different things. But other than that, and that's just to slightly get you into the white category. You're just Caucasian and mixed with all these animals. The paper saying you cannot. It is based on status. Status is based on your human connection to the universe and to the land. And when these people have only been in a petri dish like 3,000 years ago, because I'm thinking you've never been here 3,600 years. Why am I saying that? It's because you've never seen Planet X. Nobody's seen Planet X. Only the melanated people. But you've never seen it, but this thing comes down around every 3,600 years. And you don't know nothing about it. So, I'm trying to say, not that we're giving you any strength or any, kudos or anything like that, as if you guys know everything. Because we already know you stole everything. You took everything, you steal everything. The only thing that you do have is the office that says that you have patented something which you have stole somebody else's shit. That's the only thing that you do. You don't make that bill, man. You don't make matches. Okay? You don't make, the only thing you do is make wars, go to war, lie about these people did something so you can go to war so you can take their resources. You're the only people are, I don't know what to call it. You're the only things that walk around that don't have an origin other than a petri dish, a Caucasus Mountain. You don't have any existence prior to that. So, you're looking for other shit. But there's always somebody else shit you stealing. So, and you have to be really careful, really careful when addressing these things to these people because you don't want to seem to be prejudiced. And there's another thing that I need to tell people. They say black people or African Americans, whatever, Moors, they're prejudiced, they're racist. We can never be racist. We never did nothing to a whole race of people that caused a whole race of people not to be able to continue their whole life or genocide their whole entire race. The only people that are racist or can be racist are people that have power to do that. The money, the government, weapons of mass destruction. And maybe you can halt a whole complete race of people, kill them all or whatever, and make up your own laws to justify that. We don't have no laws. We did make the Constitution, which the Moors did do that, and this was not a Christian. The Constitution was not built on Christianity. It was built on Muslim. But you guys have never honored the treaties because we, as melanated people here, are not supposed to carry cash. We are not supposed to touch cash. We are only to touch gold and silver. That's in the Constitution. That's why when you see the Scott Dredd case, they cannot say that you are in. Look, you cannot be indigenous to the land and also a citizen to the land. You have to be one or the other. And we are indigenous to the land. But they told us that we came on a slave ship. They actually were trying to take us out of here. They took us to Libya and everything else. They were trying to get us out of here, not bring us here. So that's like the first conception, no lie. They could probably get their own self here, let alone taking you somewhere or taking you from over there. They were trying to get their own people over here. So I'm just trying to say. So when you get all this information mixed up and you're the animal and they're the white people when actually they're the animal and you're the white people and everything has been switched and mixed around. Like, I have a grandbaby. He's like 4 years old now. He thinks that rap is white people shit. And he thinks the only people that can be presidents is black people because Barack Obama was in office since he was born. So it just depends on the information that you're given and everything. So yeah, we used to be the white people because we're the only 100% pure humans that is connection with the solar, with the universe. Whenever the sun comes, we get to tan. Whenever the sun comes, they run in the house. Why is that? Because the sun comes up naturally every day. But black people, melanated people, Moor people, whatever you want to call it, but they were called Moors. And they know about it because we took over Spain. But you are way more than you think you are. You are way more than you will ever think you are. And on top of that, they are trading your birth certificate and social security number. Right now it's supposed to be. Regardless, a pissy guy on the corner, begging for a quarter, he still has money in the bank. This is America, the corporation. Not the country, because the country has been dissolved a long time ago. Bankrupt. They're trading your social security card, your social security number, and your birth certificate right now. Some lady insisted, or me going to this thing called GMEI utilities.org, and just to go see how many people had my, account, my social security number. And I could not believe how many English and Spain people had my social security. I don't have money. I'm an old lady, so I don't have money, and I'm trying to figure something out here, but I really don't know. I mean, I might eat a top ramen a day. Sometimes I have to piece it in half. Maybe I eat it dry because my water's off. Because I don't have money. I don't have money, but yet I'm hearing these people are trading by the millions and trillions of dollars. And then my money is, I'm worth like $68 million, but here I'm eating dry top ramen. Because America is the business, it's not a country. And everybody can go check theirs out. And then you can look at it and then they say, well, how is that possible? Well, when you were born, America said that your mother was illiterate. I don't care what color you is, Mexican, white, Chinese. If you born in America, they're going to say your mother was illiterate by saying that you were the American, as if it was a real country and not a business. So you already denounced the illiterate. If you put African American, illiterate. If you put black, illiterate. If you put Chinese, illiterate. If you put white, you illiterate. You know, as long as you got that America down there, they're saying that you cannot read, and so then they take possession of you. And so they call, you know, they're going to be your daddy, and so then that means you're going to be a bastard. So then it entitles them to put $5,000 in your account and believe that, you know, you'll probably do a whole bunch of stuff, so they're banking that you'll do a whole bunch of stuff. Or not do a whole bunch of stuff. I don't know. Anyway, the 5,000 is there. By the time you get 10 or 20, you got a couple $1,000,000 in there. In your name, in your direct name and Social Security number and birth certificate. But you can't touch it. So, because it's being traded because you're a bastard. So everybody here is a bastard. So I don't care how white you think you are, how white you think you is, how white black you think you is, how perfect you is, how rich you is, you still being traded. You're still being traded. You have to get your birth certificate authenticated. You have to get your birth certificate authenticated. What that means is to say that you are taking full possession of your birth certificate. And not that someone else is taking birth certificate, ownership of your own birth certificate. And also when you get it authenticated, you also are letting the Secretary of State know that you're not dead at sea. So it's a lot of little things that you don't know that could be affecting why you can't get that bank account. And let me tell you something else. If you get 10 Social Security cards, you can go to the Federal Reserve and get all your money. That's right, 10. I don't know why the answer or the number of Social Security cards is 10. I don't know. But somebody told me if you get 10 of them, you can mosey on down there and just get all your money. But you're only able to get 4 years. So, like what Jesus said, you know, he only came to life. He only came on the scene at 18. He only worked for 3 years. And then once he worked for the 3 years, you know, he got all this stuff and he did everything. Then he killed him at 30. So, it's probably, you know, anyway, I believe that, but I don't, you know, I'm just saying in general. Yes, this is going back to status. Any quote unquote black person or more is the only white people here because they're the only 100% humans. Everybody else is mixed with animals. Everybody up to 7%, some even top even higher. So I understand we taking this real light, but you know, when they told you that we were animals, you just took it and ran with it. And you know, right now we need you to take it and run with it that you're an animal. That the white folks that you call white folks is really the black folks, and they were called the untouchables but to begin the time because they had so many diseases, smallpox, plagues, and all kind of shit. Very filthy people, just like animals, regular animals, ticks in their hair, all that shit. Their hair is fur. So it's the great delusion, you know. Well, I'm not delusion because people keep forcing me and calling me and writing and forcing me and emailing me, you know, tell the truth. When are you going to tell the truth? And I said, until I do all my research, I cannot just put this information out here. But they said Harvard did it. I checked Harvard, and I'll have that link in my description down below. And yeah, Harvard said it, and the doctors said it, and numerous, a whole bunch of people, everybody said it. We're the only ones last to know that we were Moors. This was Morocco Empire, Africa, and that we were called empresses and emperors, and the Constitution was actually written up by us and them, right? And we're not supposed to touch money, and that we're so goddamn rich. So goddamn rich. Okay? That everything we're supposed to have is supposed to be, we're just supposed to write it out and they give us a voucher for it so we don't touch no money. We only touch gold and silver. We don't supposed to pay taxes on our own land. These were the last people to know. Last people to know. I took a trip with my school. You know, ABC College down here. And I took a trip with my school, and we did it was an exchange student, and everybody there knew who I was. And after I left, I found out who I was, and I started believing because everybody kept saying, "You're more, you're more, you're more, you're more, you're more, you're more, you're more, you own America," and all this stuff. Everybody, I guess on the planet knows, other than the people that's here. They're calling themselves all kinds of stuff. I don't know. That's why they probably keep on having these 12 Years a Slave movies. I don't know. But it is phenomenal. Anyway, the information here, there will be a test. And I'm always having a test at the end, see if you can get how many you can get right. So anyway, the black people are the what? White people. The white people are what? The black people. What did they call the white people in the beginning of time? The untouchables. Why? Because they used to be filled with so much germs and disease. In fact, when they got over here, first thing they said, they bought some blankets over here and gave these people all kinds of diseases. They're full with diseases because they mix with so many animals. Ticks and rabies and all kinds of stuff they get. Their hair is fur. Yeah, their hair is fur. Fur. The only people that have hair on this planet is black people or the more people. Those only people have hair. The rest is fur. And they have lice and ticks and all kinds of shit. I'm just saying. So, I know it doesn't seem right to be saying this, and I feel like if you just put, your prejudice. No, these are just facts. Because we need to move on past this is America and these people is white and that you ain't rich and this ain't your country. We need to move on with that. Because for sure, this ain't their country. Okay? They can never be sovereign here. They don't have no jurisdiction here as far as all these courts and police and all that shit unless you give it to them. This is your country. This is your land. The only way they can be sovereign is where their blood lies at, is in Europe. I was born here. I don't give a fuck if you was born here. Just keep it real. Huh? Did I say fuck? I'm getting a little right. Calm down. It doesn't matter if you was born here. It's about what your originality and your original people came from. Our original people here, we had a green and a red flag here. It was a Moorish flag. For 10,000 years. You ain't been nowhere for 10,000 years, okay? You only been on this earth for 3,000 years. Period. Hands down. So, you ain't indigenous nowhere but a petri dish. So, whatever that is. Anyway, so, wait a minute. Okay, it looks like I'm going to have an emergency. We will do this test later on, and I will put those things in the description box, hopefully before now, but I might have another video because it appears to be that somebody's knocking on my door. So, I'll see you guys later. And why don't you like, love, or do something to let people know that you are not dead at sea. Thank you. And I love you, family. Peace.